Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Del K. Burton. This is The Real Spiel. I'm just here to talk to you quickly about the World Cup. And many of you realize, who are soccer fans, that Argentina has won the World Cup. They won on penalty kicks. And what I need you to do is I need you just to go and just take a quick screenshot. Just Google quickly the Argentinian national team. All right, take a look at them. And I need you to go and quickly Google the France national team. Take a look at that team. And tell me what you don't see. Tell me what you don't see. Okay? I'm gonna save it to the end. Argentina, for those who don't recognize this, and I can speak almost of all Latin America, but I'll just talk about Argentina, is arguably and easily, it's not a hard conversation. It's one of the most racist countries in the world. Argentina has successfully, essentially, killed off all of its black population. A country that was at one time 50% black, and this is the 19th century. How does a country go from being 50% black, 50%, to basically having no black people at all in the country? No black people in politics, no black people in positions of power, media. They went from having about 50% to 5%, maybe 3% at this time. The Afro-Argentinian, they're called. Tell me how many you see on the Argentinian soccer team. Argentina, from the perspective of black people all over the world, you can't celebrate a team like that. You can't get excited. It's funny. I know I'm killing it for some of you because I'm turning your sports into politics. All right. Imagine how I feel having to sit back and miss the greatest season of my adopted son, Zion Williamson, the greatest season he's ever had. He's murdering the league right now. But I'm gonna do it to you, soccer players. Argentina systematically erased its black people from both history and their population. And let me explain something about Latin America on a whole. Latin America decided to whiten their population. They had a problem. This is why right now very many white evangelicals and whatnot, they downplay slavery that was sent to South America. More slaves were sent to South America than were sent to the colonies. You know that? More slaves were sent to South America than were sent to the colonies. More. How does a country like Argentina basically not have any black population? It's not an accident. It's not an accident. All right? There's a lot of genocidal effects. It's not just one thing, but there's a lot of genocidal effects and things that took place. They tried to erase their Aboriginal community. Their Aboriginal community wasn't just the Indians that they tried to erase. And remember who you're dealing with there. You're dealing with the Spanish individuals that did not want their colony to look like a black colony. They erased those people quickly, got rid of them. They had various wars in Argentina too. Again, putting blacks to operate as soldiers. They got rid of them. And so you need to look at the history of Argentina. Go look. It will boggle the mind to show you how these guys did this, how they erased black people from Argentina. It's incredible. And like I said to you, imagine America, all the slaves that came from America, and imagine now America having, 1 to 2% black people in America. Imagine. You'd be like, what happened to all of them? Where did they all go? All right. Let me give you one nice way. And in the 19th century, what Latin American countries were doing, Uruguay, Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, they were allowing European immigrants to come to Latin America, and the second they landed, they became full-fledged citizens. They received, better jobs, better opportunities. Their goal was to, overpopulate the Latin Americas with white faces. It was called whitening. And many of these things took place. A culture where white people were treated better. And there's a couple of fake concepts in Argentina and in Latin America. Concepts where, we're just mixed. We're all mixed, and therefore we can't be racist because we're all mixed. I don't know. Most of y'all ain't mixed. Most of y'all are straight Spanish, straight whites living in South America. And it meant, though, for the black communities that it was better for them to be considered to be Latin than to be considered to be black. Think about it. Latin, Latino. Think about it. Where is Latin or Latino from? Where's the concept of Latin or Latino from? Right? That concept, Latin is from is Rome's language. Latin is a white culture. To be Latino means that you are essentially a European. To be Latin means European, right? Afro-Latino. Think of the concept of an Afro-Latino. Your sister's trying to call you, by the way. A concept of an Afro-Latino. That concept, it doesn't make sense, because to be Latin essentially means to be white. It means to be Europe. It means to be Rome. And to be Afro-Latino. It's really, those two things are oxymoronic. So that's just to understand that. To be a Latin individual simply means to be white. It absolutely doesn't mean to be a non-African speaker or non-African culture. That's what it really essentially means. Because the group that brought Latin to us were Romans. Today we would call them Italians, right? But they broke off into their very many tribes, they broke off into the Spanish, into the Portuguese, into the Italian bands, into the French, all these Latin-based languages. Look at the countries that have Latin-based languages. Who are those people, right? So France has almost more black people on their soccer team than African countries, right? There's about 7 brothers and a couple of mulattoes, I think, too, on that team, right? Where we see that the black integration in Europe, even though we might talk about it, it's definitely better than the integration that's happened in Argentina. Much better. Argentina is one of the most racist countries in the world. You should investigate that. Take a look at it. Go ahead and take a look for yourself. Figure out, where did the black population go? What happened to them? How did the blacks in Argentina disappear? How did a country that was 50% black in the 1800s now almost have no black people on it? And now, have a soccer team with no black presence. I mean, congratulations to those young men who play soccer. They're fantastic soccer players. Nobody's taking anything away from their soccer. But we know it's sports. We know how sports work. Okay? You got the French. You don't have enough French white boys to make up a French national team. That's in France. Argentina, though, good soccer players. Where the brothers at? Argentina. Could be one of those countries. Where the brothers at? Argentina. Where they at? No brothers in Argentina? Very interesting. It's Del Cape Virgin. This is the real spiel. I can't celebrate you guys at all. Bye-bye.